Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Let's start off with Lucy for a minute. So Lucy still thinks that she's playing Victor, but in reality, Victor is playing her, and he convinces her to meet up at the pier to go on a boat ride and discuss more business or whatever. So she gets down there. Apparently, Victor's plan is to make sure that Anna goes to the wrong pier. Because, he knows that Anna Smith is listening in. There's a good chance that she's going to find out or try to get information to sit there and see which pier that it's been a long day. Then Lucy has been on. But anyway, apparently he was able to make sure that they don't meet up at the same spot. And so Lucy, I guess, is on the phone. She realizes she's at the wrong pier. And just as she's about to go to the right pier, she sees someone. I don't know if she recognizes this person, but they shoot her a couple of times and she falls in the water. And I'm just like, wait, they just kill her off? Like, what? Now, granted, Anna did sit there and try to call Lucy and was like, listen, I'm pulling the plug. And you're not going to like my methods if you don't sit there and listen to me now. So it makes me wonder, was it somebody that Anna sent? Or was it Victor, just killing her at this point? And it's a little kind of odd because Lucy has been on this show for so long. To kill her that way just seems, I don't know. Like it's hard for me to believe that they killed her off in such a somewhat gruesome way. I mean, granted, we didn't see blood, but that's soap opera for you. So they don't always have exactly the best action and shooting scenes and stuff like that. So you gotta kind of use your imagination a little bit. But if they just really just bucked her off, that's so odd. Um, Valentine comes to Anna and he's like, he says he's gonna go visit Charlotte. His father's gonna send him, but most likely it's a trap. And there's a good chance that he may be dead. Anna wants to go, but Valentine's like, yo, listen, he might kill me. He'll definitely kill you. So he leaves, and Anna calls somebody, I guess, to try to look out for Valentine. I don't know who that person is. It should be pretty interesting. There's a lot of people that are saying that Holly is the one that shot Lucy. So I guess time will sit there and tell. Nicholas is feeding Esme, and they're going back and forth. There's one point where Esme looks like she's going to try to escape by clocking him over the head with some candlestick or the metal part or whatever. And of course, he, stops in time. And as Nicholas is about to leave, that's when Esme's like, listen, my father knows I'm alive. But she doesn't sit there and say who it is, just, he's a very powerful man and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, you do realize that he has one hand, right? And I don't know what much he can actually do with one hand, but okay, sure. I'm pretty sure they made kung fu movies like that, but whatever. Um, anyway, Nicholas is like, yeah, whatever. And he closes the door, he locks it. Esme decides to rip open a painting and take some wire, and apparently now she's MacGyver. So I don't know what she's doing with the painting and the wire and the door. She's gonna make an explosion. I have no idea. Um, but it should be somewhat interesting if her plan does succeed. Um, Scott is trying to get Ava to divorce him to get as much money as he can from her. But Ava's like, we're good. I mean, he wants to sit there and try to make things. He wants to try to make things right. after his little tryst or whatever, we're working it out. Um, Victor comes over there, and Victor's like, "Oh, you're working it out?" Well, because he comes over, he was like, "Well, for once, I actually do agree with Scott," and he tells her about the divorce that he's gonna be doing. So Ava goes right to Spoon Island to confront Nicholas about this divorce. I wonder what he's gonna have to say at this point. And I'm a little at odds at how Nicholas let his uncle steamroll him that much without even putting so much as an ounce of a fight. Like after a while, he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Yeah, that's fine, whatever." Okay. You say you love her, but then again, he did sleep with Esme, so love is kind of a loose term at this point with him. And I mean, here's the thing: I understand that Valentine wants to see his daughter, and if there's a slight chance that he could see his daughter, he's gonna take it. Even when Anna's like, "Yo, don't do it. It could be a trap," or he can just kill you. And I'm just a little surprised, like, bro, she is right. Like, if Victor kills you, then I mean, what's what? I'm pretty sure you don't want Charlotte growing up without her dad. So why would you just sit there and take oh, why would you just take him at his word and just go there with no backup, no nothing, no plans or anything like that? I mean, the fact that he even went to Anne to sit there and tell her, just to tell her, oh, by the way, there's a good chance my dad can kill me. Oh, no, I don't want you to do anything to try to protect me. I just want to let you know. Oh, yeah, let's kiss because what is a good chance that once I get on that plane, it could just be the end. I feel like Valentine will be a little more smarter. I know he wants to sit there and see his daughter. I know it's been a while, but he's a strategist. Why are we not? See, this is sometimes when I look at this show, and I look at shows in general, not just soap operas. But when they gotta dumb down a character, they gotta take away a character's trait, something that is unique to the character, to move the plot along. It just comes across as insulting. It really does. And they do it a lot more in soap operas because, well, it's Monday through Friday. They got to keep this line moving. This is why Esme was not getting the best out of grown ass adults. People who have been scheming and plotting way longer. We're just letting this little 19-year-old girl just get away with, well, pretty much murder at this point. And that's the same thing with Britt. Britt has so many warnings, like so many alarms going on every time, today with the phase on, Peter, and she's like, well, why are you so fascinated with these people? Her alarms have been going off for a hot minute, but yet you keep falling for whatever BS that Cody Smith is singing to you, and you're just like, oh, okay, hey, that's good enough for me. Let's go and look inside this box that Peter gave me. What? Now, if this was the first time, okay, fine. But he's always seemed like he's been interested in her family. And she's always been questioning that. But again, we gotta move the plot along. So alarm bells don't mean ish at this point. Spider sense don't mean ish at this point. We just gotta keep this thing going. That's what it comes down to. It's unfortunate because you do wind up undermining these characters along the way, but hey, it's not as important as the plot. I don't know why, but I feel like that's about it. Not a lot actually happened in this episode. Today's episode, yesterday's episode, um, it seems like it's setting up stuff more for maybe like Thursday or Friday. Except for the fact that, Lucy got gunned down. Which I'm still just like, really? Well, again, today and yesterday's episode has just been a lot of setup. And it's unfortunate because besides the Lucy thing, what else really happened in this episode? A lot of this stuff is set up, and You always got to sit there and wonder, is this stuff going to pay off? I mean, we look at Marshall and his storyline, and that was, um, we got Austin, and we got to sit there and wonder who is going to be, what's going to be his backstory, who he's going to be working with. Are we finally going to sit there and see this person, or are you just going to act like, what are you talking about? I mean, GH, they're no stranger to just retconning things and, acting like people forgot certain storylines. So, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty much about it. Not really a lot happened in this episode today. Maybe I'll get better throughout the rest of the week. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.